Hi there, guys. Grace here with another pre-calculus trigonometry question. And the question that we have is that we need to use an addition or subtraction formula to find the exact value of the expression tangent of 255 degrees. Now, what does this mean exactly? Well, first, we need to understand what the addition and subtraction formula for this specific equation is. And the expression they gave us is tangent of 255. Now, that's really important to consider because the formula that we are going to be using is that it involves these values. And so what we essentially need to do is that it doesn't really matter whether we do an addition or a subtraction version of this in order to find that exact value. However, just for all intents and purposes, we do need to make sure that whatever we find to use in this addition and subtraction value, we have to make sure that they correlate with one of the special angles. And what I mean by that is that when we're given a tangent of 255, we can see that on the chart I have here that there is not a 255 degree special angle. And so that tells me that I will need to use an addition or subtraction formula for tangent in order to solve for that exact value of this particular expression. And so how we're going to do this is that we're going to go ahead and pick two values that equal 255 degrees. Whether it's subtracting it or adding it, it really doesn't matter. But as long as we picked two exact values given here in order to reach 255. And so I'm going to use for this example the addition formula for tangent. And so we're going to do tangent of s adding with t. And so what that means is that we're going to take tangent of 255, and like I said, we're going to find two angles. And so what I'm going to do is, using that addition formula, is find two angles, one of 45, and I'm going to use a special angle of 210. And so that will give me a total, when you add 45 to 210, that's going to give you a total of 255. And so I'm going to use those values and plug them into the formula. My 45 is now equivalent to my S value in this formula, and my 210 value is equivalent to my T value, as you can see. And so when we plug that straight into that formula, tangent of 45 plus 210 equaling tangent 45 plus tangent of 210 over 1 minus tangent of 45 multiplied by tangent of 210. We have to just essentially replace each of these values with an exact value of tangent to tangent of 45 and tangent of 210. And so when we discover what the value of tangent 45 is, you can see right here is that we have the value of 1. And tangent of 210 gives us the value of square root of 3 over 3. And so what that essentially means is that we're going to replace each of these values into our formula to then find that exact value. So tangent of 45, we determined that's going to be 1. And then we also have the tangent of 210, which that puts us at a square root of 3 over 3. And that puts us over 1 minus 1 times the square root of 3 over 3. Now, what does that exactly mean in this case scenario? Well, now what we're going to do is that we're just going to go ahead and simplify that. And so once we simplify that down, we are going to be given, all right, 1 plus square root of 3 over 3 with 1 minus square root of 3 over 3. And so that's going to give us, we've got to find our common denominator here. Okay, let's multiply all those sides by 3. All right, and that's going to give us a total of 3 plus the square root of 3 over 3 minus the square root of 3. Now we're going to go ahead and take the reciprocal value in order to get rid of that square root value right there at the bottom. And so when we do that, we're going to then be left with 9 plus 6, the square root of 3, plus 3 over 9 minus 3. And so, as you can see, when we continue to reduce it down, we'll get 12 plus 6, square root of 3 over 6. And we can continue to even simplify that by the common denominator of 6. And so the final product that we're going to be left with is going to be 2 plus the square root of 3. And then that is going to leave us with a solution of 2 plus the square root of 3. And that will be the exact value of our tangent of 255. Thank you so much.